There are people who wake up every morning with heavy hearts, tired minds, and silent battles that nobody else can see. From the outside, they look normal. They smile, they talk, they go to school, they go to work, they greet people, they laugh when others laugh, but inside them is a weight that never seems to go away. Maybe you are one of those people. Maybe some days you wake up and you already feel tired before the day even begins. Not tired in your body, but tired in your soul. And you start asking yourself a question that many people are afraid to say out loud. Is it possible to actually be happy every day, even when life is hard? Because life is not always soft. Life is not always fair. Life is not always easy. Some days, life feels like a test you did not study for. And yet, there are people who still have peace. There are people who still smile sincerely. There are people who still sleep at night with calm hearts. So the question is not whether life is hard or not. The question is, how do some people remain happy even when life is hard? Happiness, for many people, is a destination. They believe, I will be happy when I have money. I will be happy when I graduate. I will be happy when I get married. I will be happy when I leave this country. I will be happy when people start respecting me. I will be happy when my problems are over. So their happiness is always in the future. It is always somewhere else. It is always waiting for something. And because of that, they spend their entire life chasing happiness instead of living it. They turn happiness into a condition. They say, if this happens, I will be happy. But life does not work like that. Because when that thing finally happens, another problem will come. When you solve one problem, another one appears. When you reach one level, you see another level above it. That is the nature of life. Problems do not finish. Challenges do not finish. Responsibilities do not finish. So if your happiness depends on a problem-free life, then you are saying you will never be happy. The people who are happy every day are not people who have no problems. They are people who understand something that most people do not understand. They understand that happiness is not something you find outside. It is something you build inside. It is not something life gives you. It is something you create. And the moment you understand this, your life begins to change. Because now, instead of waiting for life to become easy before you become happy, then you decide to become happy even when life is not easy. That decision alone changes everything. Because now happiness is no longer in the hands of money, people, success, or circumstances. It is in your hands. One of the biggest secrets to being happy every day is learning how to control what you focus on. Because your happiness is strongly connected to your focus. Two people can be living the same life, in the same house, in the same school, in the same country, with the same problems, and one is happy while the other is depressed. The difference is not their life, the difference is their focus. One focuses on what is working, the other focuses on what is missing. One focuses on what he has, the other focuses on what he lost. One focuses on what he can control, the other focuses on what he cannot control. Your mind is like a camera. It captures whatever you point it at. If you keep pointing it at darkness, your life will look dark. If you keep pointing it at problems, your life will look like a problem. If you keep pointing it at what is going wrong, you will feel like everything is going wrong, even when some things are going right. This does not mean you should pretend that life is perfect. It does not mean you should ignore your problems. It means you should not ignore your blessings either. Because many people are experts at counting their problems, but they are blind when it comes to counting their blessings. They remember every bad thing that happened to them, but they forget the many good things that are still happening every day. The fact that you woke up today is something. The fact that you can walk is something. The fact that you can see is something. The fact that you can eat is something. The fact that there are still people who care about you is something. But because these things happen every day, you stop seeing them as blessings. You start seeing them as normal. And when blessings become normal, happiness disappears. Another reason many people are not happy is because they compare their life too much with other people. Comparison is one of the fastest ways to kill happiness. Because no matter how good your life is, there will always be someone who looks like they are doing better than you. Someone has more money. Someone is more successful. Someone is more beautiful. Someone is more famous. Someone is getting married. Someone is traveling. Someone is buying a car. Someone is building a house. And when you keep looking at other people's lives, you will start to feel like you are behind in life, even when you are exactly where you are supposed to be. What you do not see is their struggles, their fears, their private problems, their silent battles. You are comparing your real life to their highlight reel, and that is an unfair comparison. Happy people are not people who have the best of everything. They are people who learn to appreciate what they have while they work for what they want. They have dreams, they have goals, they want to become successful, they want to become better, but they refuse to hate their current life while building their future life. They refuse to postpone their happiness. They learn how to smile in small places. They learn how to enjoy small wins. They learn how to be grateful for small progress. Because life is not only about big moments. In fact, most of life is small moments. And if you cannot be happy in small moments, you will not be happy in big moments either. There is also something very important you must understand if you want to be happy every day. Your mind listens to what you tell it. The way you talk to yourself matters. Some people wake up and the first thing they tell themselves is, "My life is hard, I am tired, nothing is working, I am a failure, I am behind, I am not lucky." When you talk to yourself like this every day, your mind starts to believe it. And when your mind believes it, your body starts to feel it, your energy becomes low, your motivation disappears, your hope becomes small. But there are people who also have problems, yet the way they talk to themselves is different. They tell themselves, "Life is hard, but I am stronger. Things are not perfect, but I am moving. I may be slow, but I am not stopping. I may fall, but I will stand again." And that simple difference in self-talk creates a huge difference in happiness. Happiness every day does not come from a perfect life. It comes from a strong mind, a grateful heart, and a meaningful direction. When you wake up every day and you know why you are waking up, when you know what you are working towards, when you know that your life has meaning, you can tolerate a lot of hardship. But when you feel like your life has no direction, no meaning, no purpose, even small problems will feel heavy. That is why one of the secrets of happy people is that they have something they are moving towards, something that gives their life meaning, something that makes their struggle make sense. That life becomes very hard when you think everything is happening to destroy you. But life becomes easier when you believe that everything is happening to build you. The same problem that makes one person bitter can make another person stronger. The same difficulty that makes one person give up can make another person grow. The same hardship that makes one person lose hope can make another person discover who they really are. So the question is not whether life is hard. The question is, what is this hardship turning you into? If you want to be happy every day, you must stop asking, "Why is life so hard?" and start asking, "Who is this hardship making me become?" Because some of the strongest, wisest, calmest, and happiest people you will ever meet are people who have suffered before. They have cried before, they have lost things before, they have been disappointed before, but they did not allow hardship to break them. They allowed hardship to build them. And because of that, they developed something very powerful: inner peace. And once a person has inner peace, even if life is hard outside, there is calmness inside. Happiness every day is not loud. It is not always laughter. It is not always excitement. Sometimes happiness is simply peace. Sometimes happiness is simply having a quiet mind. Sometimes happiness is simply being able to sleep at night without fear. Sometimes happiness is simply having hope. And the people who understand this are the people who can be happy even when life is hard, because they are not looking for happiness only in big achievements, big money, big success, or big events. They have learned how to find happiness in being alive, in having hope, in moving forward, in becoming better than they were yesterday. And maybe that is what you need to understand today. Your life does not have to be perfect for you to be happy. You do not have to have everything figured out for you to be happy. You do not have to be rich, famous, or successful before you allow yourself to smile. You can be in the middle of building your life and still be happy. You can be in the middle of your struggle and still be happy. You can be in the middle of your journey and still be happy. Because happiness is not at the end of the road. Happiness is how you walk on the road. And the people who learn how to walk with peace, with gratitude, with hope, and with purpose, those are the people who discover a secret that many people spend their entire lives looking for. They discover that happiness was never far away. It was always inside them, waiting for them to change the way they see life, the way they think, and the way they live each day. So after everything has been said, it all comes down to one simple truth. Happiness is not something you wait for. It is something you practice. Every single day, life will give you reasons to be sad, to be angry, to complain, to compare, and to feel like you are not where you are supposed to be. But every single day, life will also give you small reasons to smile, small reasons to hope, small reasons to be grateful, and small chances to move forward. The difference between a happy person and an unhappy person is not that one has a perfect life and the other has problems. The difference is what they choose to focus on every day. You must understand that being happy every day does not mean you laugh every day. It does not mean nothing bad ever happens to you. It means that no matter what happens, you do not lose hope. It means that even on hard days, you still believe that tomorrow can be better. It means that even when life is heavy, your heart still has light inside it. That is what real happiness looks like. It is quiet, it is calm, it is strong. It is not the happiness of having everything. It is the happiness of knowing that even if you do not have everything yet, you are still moving, you are still growing, and you are still becoming someone stronger than you were yesterday. So when you wake up tomorrow morning, do not ask yourself, will I be happy when life becomes easy? Instead, ask yourself a better question. How will I choose to live today, even if life is not easy? And if every day you choose to live with gratitude, with patience, with hope, and with effort, one day you will look back at your life and realize that happiness was never far away from you. It was in the way you thought, in the way you saw your life, and in the way you decided to keep going even when life was hard. And that is how a person learns to be happy every day, even when life is hard.